Move over Standard Edition and step back Enhanced Edition, because it's Definitive Edition's time to take center stage. August 18th, 2020 will witness the release of Pathfinder Kingmaker Definitive Edition. This new edition will bring the solo RPG experience to consoles for the first time. But what makes this Definitive Edition different from the previous editions? Let's find out. First, let's give you a little background on Pathfinder Kingmaker. Pathfinder Kingmaker is a solo RPG adventure inspired by iconic games like Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights. This isometric RPG takes place in the world of the extremely popular D&D series produced by Paizo. You form a band of heroic adventurers as you explore the Stolen Lands. You'll battle through dungeons, defeat dangerous creatures, and make choices that will ultimately affect the world around you. Pathfinder Kingmaker originally released in 2018 and received mostly positive reviews. The main qualm that players had was that the game didn't feature turn-based combat. Natively, the game features real-time with paused combat. This made some encounters very difficult to overcome, especially for new players. Of course, as you can imagine, in stepped modders. They created a mod that added turn-based combat to the game. I think you can potentially see where this is going. Fast forward a few years, and now developer Owlcat Games is releasing Pathfinder Kingmaker onto Xbox One and PS4 with a few additional features, the main one being turn-based combat. That's right, it seems to be one of those cases where a developer has seen what a talented modder has done and wants to cash in on it. So, the first main new feature of the Definitive Edition is the choice to switch between real-time combat and turn-based combat. This can be done by a simple press of a button, and it can be done at any time, even if you're already in combat. In the hands-off demo I saw, the switch between the combat types seems very fluid. Some battles in the game will require you to micromanage your companions, and this is where turn-based combat comes in very useful. At other times there will be simple encounters that will be more suited to real-time combat, as it's a lot quicker. I think the option to switch between real-time and turn-based combat will work really well on the consoles. The UI and control scheme has also been overhauled. As with any game that comes from the PC to the consoles, there's always a challenge to make the game feel right on a gamepad. When this isn't done right, the gameplay can often be frustrating. In the demonstration I saw, it looks like they've done a good job of translating this game to a gamepad. Most of the buttons you'll need are always displayed on screen, without it being too overwhelming. They've practically removed the need to scroll with a mouse, as it can all be done with the gamepad. They have also scaled up a lot of the text, making it easier to read on TV screens. The graphics in Pathfinder Kingmaker will not be getting an overhaul. The developers said that the graphics received a polish and an upgrade in the Enhanced Edition. They made a point of saying this is not a remaster. The graphics overall are good. During gameplay they seem as pleasing to the eye as games like Pillars of Eternity or Divinity Original Sin. There are no fancy cutscenes in Pathfinder Kingmaker. Large events in the game take place as storybook events. These are nicely illustrated, but it does go to show how much this game revolves around text and lore. I don't think that Pathfinder Kingmaker is as accessible to new players as some other RPGs are. The game is dense with information and text, so if you have zero experience with the Pathfinder tabletop system, this may put you off. Having said that, there are of course tutorials at the beginning of the game that introduce features like combat, party management, and kingdom management. The game also features various different difficulty levels, so if you just want to experience the story, you can do that. Or if you want a much bigger challenge, you can set the difficulty to the highest. For players familiar to RPGs, I think this game will appeal, especially with the added turn-based combat. It's a game for fans of Pathfinder and gamers who seek a rich and challenging solo experience. The fact the game is solo personally puts me off. I play an RPG to roleplay with my friends and watch their backs, and to be honest, I would have thought a game that is based on a D&D system that literally revolves around players interacting with each other would have added a multiplayer element to the game. Pathfinder Kingmaker Definitive Edition will be released on 18th of August 2020 on PS4 and Xbox One. The game will include the base game and 6 DLCs. What do you think of the Definitive Edition announcement? Have you been looking forward to this game coming to the consoles, or is this the very first time you're learning about it? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, let us know what you think of this type of video from us here at Shake and Bake Gaming. With your feedback and support, we can only get better. Whilst you're still here, do us a massive favour and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back soon with some more awesome gaming content. So until then, stay awesome and peace out.